Hi, how's it going? Welcome to my live 101. I'm very happy to do this all lives talking about the subject I like more. That's improvisation in Brazilian music. I'm very happy to do this project every day without failing, and I hope you enjoy and learn with it. Alright? Today I'm gonna improvise in a Samba Canção. Samba Canção, for who doesn't know, it's a slow kind of samba. Uh, it's it came to Brazilian music before the bossa nova on the 40s, 50s, and canção means a music that's sang by somebody, and it's a samba without a percussive sound. It was a lot played on the radio by the radio orchestras and singers, and it didn't have musicians improvise on it when it started. We didn't have this yet, the influence of making chorus, improvising chorus inside a song. This came on the 60s with the bossa nova and our influence in jazz. But if you hear some samba canção, you're gonna hear a lot of solos of musicians playing the melody, the original melody. It's often with a lot of strings and brass sections, but we still play the samba canção here in Brazil because the melodies are very well constructed. We have a lot of great composers of samba canção, and today I've chosen the composer Cartola. Cartola was a composer that started his musical career with an advanced age, but he had a lot of precious compositions. I've chosen today the song As Rosas Não Falam. That's one of the most famous songs of Cartola. And one thing you are going to realize in the score or the lead sheet, that's we have a lot of triplet notes, triplets of quarter notes, and we can interpret these triplet notes with the like it's written, but we can play as syncopations also. I used to say that triplets sound more lyrical and syncopations sound more percussive, but we can mixture this to create interesting interpretations. If you hear some musicians in Brazil playing samba canção, I'm gonna tell this after. Let me show you the lead sheet, and I'm gonna present you the song first. It's broken in two different parts because of the different pages, but let me show you. this is the melody and the harmony of the song As Rosas Não Falam, and it's for who doesn't know, who the person who wasn't expecting nothing could think it was a happy samba, but it's very different from this. And what else can I say? Let's talk about the improvisation inside it. You're gonna see a lot of Brazilian pianists playing sometimes the improvisation in a jazz style, because the elder Brazilian musicians, they are more influenced by the jazz harmonies that with Brazilian melodies. So when they improvise, they change the kind of melodical treatment. And I like to improvise in Samba Canção with a language of a slow choro, even, like a choro canção. I think sounds more Brazilian. And we like I've told you in another lives, we are not forbidden to make some jazz sounds, to use some jazz sounds, but I think it loses a little authenticity because our melodies aren't made of jazz, and I sometimes use this to create contrast. I'm intentionally creating other kinds of melody, but when I want to sound Brazilian, when I want to speak the language of the song, I prefer to use the melodic material, the melodic tools that we find in Brazilian music. That's it. Let's improvise in As Rosas Não Falam of the composer Cartola. I'm gonna improvise in the form that starts on the measure 1 to the measure 32. Alright? I'm gonna use this like a chorus. Let me take this opportunity to talk some more of this. I used some in this chorus. I used some ideas of samba, of the traditional samba, making the syncopations and this movement, this common movement of going to the third, from the third to the one, and from the fifth to the one also, without so much accent on the middle note. If you play samba, you're gonna be familiar with this idea, but I play this division. This is very typical in melodies of samba. Alright? You can just find here accented movement. We find a lot of this. Alright, what else I've done? I've done some arpeggios that are found in choro. I'm gonna play a little more to have more ideas, okay? And sometimes if you play harmonic instruments, I use this is the typical groove of the Samba Canção. Sometimes we can use the reference of bossa nova. It will sound good also, right? But let me continue improvise. In this chorus, I started to make a more rhythmic idea. I got out of the idea of a very ballad, slow Brazilian music, but I put some and started to make more percussive but subtle accentuation in melody. I used the repeated notes, and if you're playing with a rhythm section, if they're Brazilian, they are gonna to probably react with some samba or bossa nova ideas to comp your percussive melody. All right, this is an interesting resource that you can. We use the one expression here in Brazil. It's putting a little more fire. This expressions means when we are cooking, to put more fire, to give more to give more life to the execution. All right, this is an interesting idea that we can use. Let me improvise more and let's discover what is gonna come. Another thing I've tried to sing the melodies together to create when we are capable of singing the melodies, it's probably we are accessing some place of our minds that is responsible to create some cantabile ideas, and these ideas commonly sound better than ideas that we can't sing when we are playing in slow conditions. All right, let me try more, and I'm gonna talk with you. All right. idea that I've remind here and used, that's common in choros, is the idea of using triplet notes of 16th, or in Brazil here it is we called sextinas. I don't know how to say. How could I say it in English? I don't know. If you are watching for this, write the name for me, please help me. I use this fast 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. This is very typical in choro. And what else? I did something that's inside the Brazilian accent. We are improvising minor harmonies, and the dominant chords in these conditions often will sound good if you use the flat ninth. For example, I was improvising in here, and let's see the measure number 8, E7 and A7. Note the that the flat ninth sounds dramatic, and it's good to improvise in minor harmonies. But just use the tensions you experiment, because sometimes that chord is out of context and won't sound good. But it's good to experiment. Try to get all the ninths of the song you are playing and experiment playing. Try playing the flat ninth. I'm gonna now try to improvise with some more modern scales. I'm gonna try to use also some more modern harmonies. We can change the language between the modern to the traditional when we are playing Brazilian music. Let me try this. To the call again, but when I'm trying to comment something, sometimes I forgot the form or some important detail. I was thinking to say to you that in this kind of melody with more modern harmonies, I made a thing that's different from choro, and often happens in bossa nova, that it's to to stop on the tensions, to make melodies that stop not on the fourth notes of the chords. We have, for who doesn't know, we have the one, the root, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and the seventh, and you have some notes inside them. That's when we stop on these notes, we use to sound more modern. If you want to know more about this, I did some lives about scales, and you can do your questions about. I'm gonna tell you if you did. If you already improvise and know all this, explore this sounding, okay? For example, I'm gonna give you just a few examples. For example, we can start the improvise with the major 6th or the 13th, major 13th. For example, in the G minor, I use the 11th. In E7, I stop on the flat 13th. On D minor, I stop on the 9th. So explore the sounds. You're gonna sound more modern. Let me show the contrasts between the traditional phrases that stop in the chord notes with the phrases with these tension notes, alright? Now. Traditional phrases. was part of the song, I started to mixture the traditional phrases of choro with more modern phrases that were stopping on some tensions or using altered scales, the hexatonic scales to make the sound more modern, but sometimes I use more chromatism that are typical in some choro passages, and I think this is the idea. You try to construct a lot of Brazilian references in your playing, and you are going to sound Brazilian, not because of just one style, but because you have different aspects of the Brazilian music in your sound. So that was it. I hope you have enjoyed. I hope you have learned with this practice. I do different kinds of lives. If you want to know more about the scales, I think, just write on the comments. I do some lives where I analyze deeper the chords and the notes that are possible, and do some lives also to show you some styles, some of the characteristics, to show some artists, and that's it. Alright, thanks for watching. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe my channels. I'm on Facebook, YouTube and Instagram also. Every day doing lives about the Brazilian music and how to sound in a more authentic way. Alright, thanks for watching and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.